He's out of here. Bearings it. We're tied at 19.
Stadium for tonight's epic match between the McNicholas Rockets and your Mariemont Warriors. National anthem about to be upon us.
Number 9, senior defender and co-captain Phil Taylor. Number 12.
John Christopher in the background doing starting lineups.
Co-captain Bobby Gennaro. Number 11, senior midfielder Luke Garrison. Number 12, senior midfielder Michael Reber. Number 13, senior midfielder co-captain Jack Mathis. Number 14, senior midfielder Gunnar Nixon. Number 15,
And with the color, Coach Mike Haney.
Goalkeeper Fred LeMay.
Mariemont fame, coaching for about 14 years, give or take.
Number 17, senior forward Joe Molsky. Number 19, junior goalkeeper Cameron Hollander. Number 21, senior defender Eli Dales. Number 22, junior defender Cameron Stevens. Number 23, sophomore midfielder Corbin Shoemaker. And number 24, junior midfielder Matthew McGorry. The Warriors assisted by Tyler Martin and Chris Chitton, and the other wonderful Tyler Nelson. And now we'd like for you to stand and face the flag as you're able. Remove your hats. And for a special treat tonight, we have our national anthem to be sung by Mariemont's own sophomore Chloe Shinkley. Their experience and integrity qualified them to lead to the rules of this game, and attitude of good sportsmanship should be upheld all during the game, regardless of your loyalty to the team. Tonight's officials are Adam Gronkey, Steve Brown, and Pat Conlon.
It is a beautiful night here at Mariemont. No humidity, great in-time temperature, mid-70s. As the players are taking the field, as John Christopher mentioned, officials for tonight's match will be Adam Gromke, Steve Brown, and Pat Conley.
So for McNicholas, we have head coach David Sandman, assisted by Steve McGill, Savannah Goins, and Billy Loskamp. We'll get that starting lineup for you here just shortly as the players break. Looks like the Warriors will have the opening kick. Starting in the goal for the Rockets, that's number 1. He's junior goalkeeper Nick Keith. Starting keeper for the Warriors, senior Jack Wilder.
And we are underway.
As Mike said, it is a beautiful night for soccer here Labor Day weekend. Warriors thrilled to be hosting the Rockets. Got plenty of announcements to get in before the evening's over as well. Got to pay the bills. Right now, Rockets maintain possession on the far side. That's Alec Taylor. Working hard with Soren Cook Hutchinson. Nice shot, number 2. That's Timmy Diana. It's the junior midfielder.
Back line for the Warriors is going to be under pressure early. Over on the left side, we've got Jack Christopher. Centering it up is going to be Eli Bales and Ben Phelan, with Cameron Stevens hanging out on the right side.
Bobby Dinero breaks free. Lets one rip. There it is. Nope. Nick Keith, the junior keeper for the Rockets right there. Dinero with his first shot.
Like to see these players testing the goalkeepers early from well outside the box.
Absolutely. Make sure he's awake. Rockets possessing, enter into the attacking half. It's Evan Bruno looking for help.
Very disciplined Mariemont defense, getting 8 behind the ball right away. I think that discipline behind the ball is going to be really important for tonight's match.
It's good to see Eli Bales back in the lineup. He was out injured the last couple of games. That rocket pass a little too much for Grant Murray. Warrior throw in near side. Cam Stevens switches the field. Finds Bales. Phelan knocks it downfield, but the Rockets right there to change direction.
It's going to be interesting to see if the Warriors decide to play more of a direct style or a little bit more of a possession and pick their chances to go forward.
Well, I tell you, Tuesday night they did a little bit of both of that at the home opener, which was, it worked well for them. Rockets with their first set play. Here comes a corner, setting it up. That's number 8, Soren Cook Hutchinson. So Cook Hutchinson on the far side sets up the corner. Jack Wilder and the Warrior D playing into the sun. Never easy. It's a low ball. It's a shot. No.
A little bit crafty by the Rockets.
I think that surprised some of the defense. They didn't see Grant Murray coming on strong. Fortunately, that ball got out by Luke Garrison. Looks like offsides is the call. Nope. Just a throw-in. Max Christopher with the throw.
Mariemont's got their leading scorer, Jack Mathis, out wide on the left side.
Jack had 3 beautiful goals Tuesday night. That's Josh McClory midfield. He's looking for help. He finds it.
Great control by the sophomore.
Brands are in the middle. Oh, loses the handle. That's all right, McClory right back. Grant Murray working with Zane Bartle. Just off of Murray, quick throw for the Warriors. Garrison tries to get under it. Bobby Dinero battles, drops it in, sends Mathis off to the races. Just a little too much. We've seen that before. Nick Keith right there. It's a short punt. Also back in the lineup for the Warriors, Gunnar Nixon, number 14. He was out with concussion-like symptoms for a couple of games. So, Mike, for all practical purposes, they're back at full strength. Tuesday night was a little different starting lineup with those guys out.
They're looking pretty solid right now.
Decent possessions. Timmy Diana with the throw on the far side for the Rockets.
It's going to be real important for the Rockets' defense, anchored by English and Williams.
Right.
Really keep DeNuro and Mathis. We got Andrew Brantzer running up top for the Warriors.
All three guys know how to unhook the trailer, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Max Christopher settles on the far side. Luke Garrison Mills sets it up, sends it. Gets through. Gunnar Nixon breaking. Oh.
Beautiful soft touch by Gunnar Nixon.
Just off the mark.
Love how the keeper came out. Keeper's got to come out in a situation like that, get as big as they can, force the attacker to try to go up and over. It's such a low percentage shot.
He was strong. Warriors are working this Rocket D hard tonight. Gunnar Nixon gets around the corner, drops it in. Woo! Quick shot by McClory and the keep right there.
Again, the Warriors got to look for opportunities to hit those balls in the crowd. That was tough for the keeper to see. He had great position on it.
It's a nice ball by Nixon from the corner to drop it in. Jack Mathis getting around.
Well defended by the Rockets defender, Alec Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor's going to have his hands full with Mr. Mathis.
Yes, he is.
Sets up a corner. Garrison sets it up for the Warriors. Like Phelan with the header, just over the top.
Beautiful ball served in by Garrison.
Warriors control the goal kick. Brantzer battles, working J.P. Sheehan in the corner. Drops it to the top of the 18. Garrison right there. Drops it back, sets up another play.
Nice job of the Warriors midfield getting forward into the attack.
Indeed. They're doing a nice job of working both ends of the field with everybody. Nobody's lagging back. Conditioning looks good.
Haven't seen the Warriors outside backs get too involved in the attack yet. Is that going to change?
You know, it didn't change much Tuesday night. Those boys, they kind of hung at midfield, but they didn't, dare I say, need to get involved in the attack. That game was a little out of control early. The front six, if you will, were doing plenty. You'll see Max Christopher and Bales make a few runs from time to time.
Okay, looks like Cameron Stevens on the right side.
Sneaking up there. There's your defense.
Love seeing the outside backs get involved in the attack. It's so hard to stay organized defensively when you've got two extra players to deal with.
There's Christopher on the far side sneaking in. Bobby DeNerl, what a great motor. That kid just goes and goes.
It's non-stop. back to the Warriors getting numbers forward. With the Rockets only keeping one player high, looks like Zane Bartell is just kind of hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Warriors can afford to get a couple more players into the attack.
Well, and you got Bales and Phelan that'll hang back, and Bales is probably one of the fastest guys on the team. He's not going to get beat, especially moving without the ball. He will catch him.
Well, plus you got goalkeeper Jack Wilder playing 35 yards out from the goal. Nice shot, great save.
Well, it looks like we got offsides down here. Still a good shot, nice save nonetheless. So just about 10 minutes into the first half, the Warriors are taking their cracks, which is nice. Earl battling Nate Williams. Ball goes white. Looks like Earl drew the foul. Looks like it'll be a direct kick. I would not be surprised to see Earl take a lick at this. Oh. And Gronke wants to wait for the whistle. That's okay. Get to redo it. Wasn't a very good kick anyway.
When the players ask for 10 yards, they got to wait for the whistle.
Yep. Oh. Couple substitutions for the Rockets in the game. Number 19, that's Aiden Grotehouse. Coming out is number 13, Zane Bartell. So Grotehouse for Bartle. Warriors had a substitution. Looks like Matthew McGlory in number 24. Coming out, Gunnar Nixon. Looks like the Warriors trainer just checking Gunnar out to make sure he's good to go after being out for a couple of games. Not a bad call.
The Rockets are playing a nice stingy defense as well.
Yeah, they're dropping plenty back. So
absolutely, they're keeping 9 behind the ball at all times.
It's a crowded box.
It's going to be tough for the Warriors to find a way in.
Nice header from Grotehouse. Ball's going to go the other direction. The Warriors. Mathis on the far side tracking.
Looked like the Rockets tried to get a little bit of a counterattack going, but
right.
They need to get numbers forward if they're going to attack on the Warriors.
Luke Garrison being a nuisance in that midfield.
It's tough for the Rockets to connect some passes with that kind of pressure. Midfielder Timmy Diana having a go at it from about 35, 40 yards out.
Cook Hutchinson with a shot. Deflected by the Warriors. Wilder gains possession.
Gotta love when keepers distribute out to the backs and let
them do the work.
Let them do the work. Let them start pushing the ball forward and start building the attack out of the back.
Yeah, because invariably punts don't seem to go where you want them to, and it just draws a crowd.
Well, most coaches tell their players no such thing as a 50-50 ball. If we can get it at our feet, that's what we want every single time.
Absolutely. Did you lean into the CD player? Little music snafu here at the stadium, but that looks corrected.
A bit of a soft foul by the Rockets.
Look at Dennerl go.
He is a fun player to watch. Looks like Gunnar Nixon's getting ready to check back into the game.
Matthew McGrory got a lot of minutes Tuesday night as the junior underclassman. Vonnegues does a nice job of distributing the workload, that's for sure, but that defense is anchored solidly by a bunch of seniors. Some substitutions. The Rockets back in number 6, Nate Rivard. Gunnar Nixon check back in, coming out Jack Mathis. Quick whistle. Direct kick for the Warriors. Phelan sets it up. Uses his buddy Cam Stevens on the outlet. Timmy Diana working hard for the Rockets. Working on Dennerl, then he's got Cam Stevens. He's getting a lot of action on the near side.
Missed handball by the officials.
If you don't grab onto it like luggage. That's Nate Rivard working. Cook Hutchison with a nice through ball. A little too much for Bruno to handle. Ball goes white. Stevens on the throw. Dennerl and Hutchison in a little wrestling match. Coach Vonnegues has a little bit of youth built into this squad. It's not all seniors and juniors. Josh McClory out there playing the midfield is a sophomore, and he has seen a boatload of minutes between these first 4 games.
I think he's the lone sophomore on this varsity squad for the Warriors.
You know what? I think there's one more, Connor Ridge. Connor got a little playing time the other night. You know, there's a freshman on the squad. Will Stutenroth.
Looks like Stutenroth's getting ready to check into the game.
There you go. That's magical. And number 5, another junior, Tyler Lundeberg. Tyler had a great game Tuesday night when we were back here. So Lundeberg in for Garrison and Stutenroth in for McGrory. Stutenroth's a lot of fun to watch as a freshman. His big brother graduated last year, Spencer.
How difficult is that on the men's side to have a freshman playing up with varsity, playing against 17, 18-year-old men?
Right. And he's, 14?
Yeah.
15? Depending how old he is, yeah. So it's...
very, very rare for a freshman to see minutes in a varsity match.
Eric's not carrying too many guys on the bench this year, so he's getting players are going to get their minutes. So even though Dennerl seems to go 100 miles an hour, eventually he needs a rest break. I'm not sure when.
They're finding his feet a lot. He's got he's got the ability to turn and go at the Rockets defense on his own, but I think they need to start supporting a little bit more underneath and changing that point of attack. I haven't seen the Warriors do that too much.
Nate Williams coming in hard. Ball goes off. The Rockets. Looks like it's a throw-in.
Gunner was asking for a corner kick.
He was asking hard, I think.
Yes, he was. I think the official had a pretty good position to make that call.
Stevens with a nice throw, but
you don't see that too often.
Apparently not illegal.
Yes, illegal throw-in.
It's a coachable moment.
And I'm sure Coach Vonix will find that moment to have a word with his outside back.
Yeah, you don't see that at this level very often, the illegal throw-in. Oh, Studenroth just loses the handle. Too fast for his own feet. Warriors are getting ready for what I would call a line change down here at midfield.
A miscommunication by the Warriors almost cost him a
yeah, that was a jailbreak.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Bales and Lundenberg right there to slow that down.
Yeah, we got 4 getting ready to check in for the Warriors. It's like number 16, Connor Ridge.
That's your other sophomore.
Mathis and Garrison going to be checking back in.
And Michael Reber.
And number 12, Michael Reber is going to be checking in.
Vonig's going to the bench early and often. Keeper comes out. Nick Keith with a quick kick.
Love the pressure put on the keeper by Branzer.
Yeah, Andrew Branzer is a hustler. So here comes our line change. That's Mathis, Connor Ridge, Michael Reber.
Back in the day, Branzer would be what we called a scrounger. He's that kid that you want up top, just taking advantage to pounce on any mistake a keeper makes, a back makes.
Looking for the garbage, as they say?
Absolutely. Coaches don't care if it's pretty.
No, it's still a goal. Uh-oh.
And that's exactly what we're talking about.
That's garbage.
A little miss hit by Jack Wilder. Missed opportunity for the Rockets.
Grodehouse wish he had that one back. He was right there, but quickly Max Christopher in to clear it out. Ball's going to stay with the Rockets.
Corner for the Rockets.
Looks like a corner kick.
We'll see if the sun starts to play little tricks on Wilder.
Yeah.
He's got a hand up, shielding it from his eyes. See if the Rockets can use that to their advantage.
Max Christopher man marking, got Phelan on the back post. Beautiful ball. Wow. That's right across the face. Nobody touched it.
Well, they're calling a corner on the far side.
Maybe Wilder got a hand on it.
Wilder must have just got enough of that. But you could tell the sun was causing a problem for him.
It's definitely a factor, no doubt. Interesting, the Rockets have not, they're leaving some guys hanging back. Here they come.
And here's the counter by the Warriors. Let's see if they can get some numbers forward right away.
Mathis on the far side looking to make it happen. Got Connor Ridge working. Connor's not going to get the whistle. That's why you just keep playing.
Welcome to varsity, Connor Ridge.
Mm-hmm. Little bumping and running. Phelan with a nice defensive play.
Sometimes the best thing is to just end it, get it out of trouble, and win it back 30 or 40 yards upfield.
Right. Give you guys a chance to regroup a little bit.
Like
20. Go ahead.
Looks like Zane Bartell is going to be checking back in for the Rockets here in just a minute.
Along with him, Jacob Crabtree for the Warriors and Josh McClory. Oh, Wilder quickly there to handle. The Rockets have not done much on their end of the field. We've been playing a fair amount of defense, but it's good to see the Jack and the squad are indeed awake. Oh, Nixon looking for help. He finds Mathis.
Great run by Mathis.
Woo! Oh, Mathis wants that back. He can taste it.
Beautiful run, beautifully timed ball.
So back in for the Rockets, that's number 4, Grant Murray, and number 13, Zane Bartle. Coming out for the Warriors, Connor Ridge, Tyler Lundenberg. Well, somebody else should have come out.
Gunnar Nixon also came out.
Oh, Gunnar. All right, perfect. Gunnar had a great pass to Jack down there. Nice play by the Rockets. Timmy Diana in the middle. Works with Nate Rivard.
It's one of the few times so far the Rockets have been able to get some numbers forward and try to do some things in that final third of the field. They've had plenty of set pieces, but I think they're going to be successful against Mariemont. They need to start getting some numbers into the attack and start picking their spots to go.
Yeah, the Rockets aren't going to lay down, that's for sure. That's Grant Murray running the offense, sets it up. He puts one through. Max Christopher smartly with a quick header.
You know, Crabtree kind of backed off his pressure there, and he gave the Rockets a chance to look up and serve the ball in behind. He's got to tighten up that pressure if they want to keep that ball in front of him and out of Jack Wilder's hands.
Jack needs sunglasses, but I don't think that's allowed. Phelan teaming up with Mathis, a little battle to get it out. It's cleared, but not completely out. Here comes Crabtree.
Look at that space in front of him. Beautiful run by Branzer.
He hits the brakes. Everybody catches up. Branzer with a quick throw finds DeNurl.
DeNurl loves facing up. Either taking people on or finding that runner, sneaking their way through.
It's kind of like a fullback in the backfield on Friday night. I mean, the guy knows nobody won't run through.
Again, the Rockets keep looking to find the ball and playing it into the feet of Bartell. Bartell's not getting much help underneath him. No.
Substitution for the Rockets, back in number 23, Evan Bruno, taking a break. That's Nate Rivard. So Bruno for Rivard at just inside 12 minutes to play in the first half, which has been, you know, a little bit more Mariemont offense than probably the Rockets would like, but they've not had the... It's not like the Rockets haven't had their chances.
Again, let's see if the Rockets can use the sun a little bit to their advantage and play a nice high ball. They're committing 5 into the box. They are first to the ball.
Oh, boy.
Quick shot.
Wow. Zane Bartle with a quick shot just off the... Well, no, that's a save. That's a save for Wilder. That's a corner kick. I was just about to tell you that through almost the first 30 minutes, the Warriors had 5 shots on goal. The Rockets had 2. Now they're up to 3 with that last one. And really, there's been all quality shots.
It's these set pieces that are making the Warriors a little bit nervous. And that's exactly why. When you've got a player that can take ball out of the air and put it on frame like that, that's why you don't want to give up set pieces.
It's interesting, number 10 with the header, but he's going to be our mystery guy. He's the Phantom because I don't have his name on the list. So nice header from number 10. Denero looking to get free. Oh, he's still battling. Oh, Bobby drops it in, sends Branzer loose. Branzer with a nice touch. Alec Taylor right there to defend. Coach, that is some nice defense.
Excellent defense. Kind of surprised the keeper stayed on his line with that.
Yeah, he didn't move at all. Denero working way hard.
And that's what you want with that first player on the ball. Denero got the keeper locked in on his line. Didn't really have much choice but to take the shot away from Denero, which left Branzer open for an opportunity.
Yep.
It's a good attack.
It's a quick counter. Luke Garrison sets up the corner just inside 10 to play here in the first half. Still 0-0. Oh, beautifully served ball. Mathis went flying for the header, just missed. Jack Mathis is a guy that's going to get his goals this year. He just has to be a little bit patient and let it happen.
I think the Rockets know that too. They know he's got the hot foot right now, and he's the one that they're going to have to stop if they want to get in.
He's so fast, with or without the ball.
And you talk about a hard worker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure Coach Vonnegut has had too many players that have worked at the same rate that Mathis does, day in and day out.
Well, and his hard work earned him one of the co-captain spots this year, along with Bobby Denero and Ben Phelan. So he's got the captain spread out all over the field. And it looks like the lineup he has out there now is pretty much his starting lineup. Oh!
Not sure the crowd agreed with that call.
Well, the one side of the crowd anyway, right?
Looked like a good shoulder-to-shoulder challenge by Garrison.
Either way, the Rockets awarded the free kick. 7:45 to play here in the first half. Nate Williams surveys the field. Puts it back in play. He dropped it inside the 18. Mystery number 10 was there. Jack Wilder scoops it up.
Looks like Stevens and Nixon are getting ready to check back in for the Warriors.
Oh, Andrew Branzer off to the races on the far side. English defending. Oh, Branzer, look at that move. Oh! Jacob Crabtree right there for the garbage, as you say, just missing. Oh, Phelan, nice work up. Look at there's your defender playing way up. And Earl drops it in, looking for somebody. Unfortunately, Soren Cook Hutchison right there to clear it out. Warriors reset the offense. Back in, Nate Rivard for the Rockets. Timmy Diana getting a much-deserved break. So Rivard for Diana. Coming out, Crabtree and Phelan. Jacob Crabtree really wishes he had that again. He is upset with himself. He'll be fine.
Well, you know, when you can get the ball to the end line like that, you got the keeper's got to commit to that near post. You got to bring that ball back just in front of the penalty spot and then rely on your center mids or another forward coming in to put that away for you.
Looks like Garrison back to set up the corner. The Warriors have had their share of corners so far. They're looking to connect. This is probably going to be, you got Reber down there on the goalie. Gunnar Nixon running free. Ball's in the 18. Bounces out. Christopher looking to lob it back in. Nope, plays it outside to Branzer.
Great decision to keep possession. Try to spread the Rockets out a little bit. See if they can open up some seams.
Luke Garrison again, right where the ball is. He's playing some scrappy midfield. Oh, he's battling Rivard. Battling a little too hard.
That's what you want out of your center mids, though. You want them scrapping, winning balls, challenging everything.
It's not always going to be pretty, but they're probably the hardest working guy out there. Stevens serves up a nice ball. DeNiro just can't get there. Going to go the other direction. Nate Williams with a quick throw. Stevens chooses to just knock it out of bounds, let his teammates get back to set up.
This is the 5th game into the season for the Rockets. They've had trouble getting into the goal.
Well, I would tell you our Warriors have had similar issues until Tuesday night. They kind of had a breakout night. When Taylor, the Yellow Jackets, came to town, the Warriors found the net 7 times. Prior to that, though, they had only scored 4 goals in the first 3 games. Maybe it was 3 goals.
I think one thing in the back of both these coaches' minds is using this game as kind of a preparation for the league rival matchups that they've got coming up this week.
Absolutely.
Mariemont takes on rival Indian Hill.
Indian Hill early in the season, too. That's kind of a surprise, but nonetheless.
Absolutely. McNicholas' next matchup is going to be against Baden. Baden is riding right about the top of the division in their conference.
Back in for the Rockets, number 5, that's Daniel English. Back there anchoring the defensive line.
Offsides was called. It's tough for that kick taker to get back on sides when it happens that fast.
DeNiro going to be whistled for a little bit of handling, if you will.
He's trying to argue it, but center official's not having any part of it.
He's called a pretty nice game so far, so I don't think Bobby has anything to stand on there.
Well, this is a good crew. There's people say what they will about officiating crews, but I will tell you as a coach, this is one of the better crews that's out there.
Yeah, they're hustling as much as the players, which is nice.
I always like
to see that. You don't like to see your linesmen trying to catch up. They're on top of it. So just about 2 minutes to play here in the first. Still 0-0. Dare I say, with a few of those attacks from the Rockets and Wilder looking into the sun the first half, probably be all right getting out of here 0-0. I don't want to say that too soon, but let's see if we can't connect and make something happen on the back half.
And I think they've been going a little bit deeper on their bench than the Rocks have been able to.
Yeah, they got to be seeing a little bit of fatigue set in.
It's going to be a big factor in the second half.
Yeah, the Rockets have they got a fair amount of sophomores on the squad. It looks like 5 of them. So it looks like a younger team. J.P. Sheehan setting it up. Goes back to the Warriors. Fans want to call. They're not going to get it. Nixon. Oh.
The linesman was signaling for a...
He was signaling hard.
Yes, he was.
54 seconds to play. Here come the Warriors. Branzer. Oh. Mathis sends one in. A little bit of excitement.
Just like DeNiro, Branzer's another one of those players that loves to face up and go at defenders 1v1.
Yeah, so Andrew got a lot of varsity minutes last year, and this year is really shining. Last year was good for him, just from a speed of the game, if you will, to see what he's got to come to look forward to, and it has served him well, that's for sure. So kudos to Vonnegs and Heimbaugh and the guys for looking ahead a little bit. Josh McClory with a nice head ball. Branzer looking to turn. Nope. Garrison maybe with the last shot. He gets something off. That's going to bring a close to the first half. 0-0.
Well played by both squads. Mariemont probably saw a little bit more of the possession.
I think they did. Looks like we might have. We're done. We'll be right back after this break, probably about 10 minutes.
And a goal. Walking in front of him, he's inside the 10. Oh, blocked from behind. But off the glass. When it's out of here. Carrington, we're tied at 19.
All right, welcome back. The first half is over, but in the books, we got stats for you here to go over real quick. We got 40 seconds left at halftime. Looks like the Warriors, 1, 2, 3, 4, total of 5 shots, as we said. Denerl, Nixon, McClory, Phelan, and Mathis letting them rip. Wilder was in the goal, had a couple of saves. On the flip side for the Rockets, Mike, what do we have? We have 4 shots, it looks like.
It's like 4 shots, and I think just about all of them, if not all of them, were off those set pieces.
Yeah, those corner kicks, that was definitely giving the Warriors a little bit of trouble. There's a lot of pinball going on there, which always makes people nervous.
McNicholas, they earned 6 corner kicks in the first half alone. Now, I'm sure that was one thing Coach Vonix talked to the Warriors about.
Not a very terribly played game. 6 fouls, both sides. Couple of offsides, those hardly count. That's more of a hustle foul, let's be honest.
Yeah, we have no problem with those. I'd rather my players make that run and get called offsides than not make the run.
So the Warriors are back on the field. Alan Henning is the statistician du jour and has been for years.
Tactically, it looks like the Warriors are going with the same lineup, pretty much a 4-4-2 formation.
There is a goalie change. Eric has been doing a bunch of that. Heimball has had trouble differentiating between the two, so he's playing them both. He said, you know, we're getting equal play out of both guys. So Wilder is going to hit the field. He hit the field Tuesday night. He'll wear number 20. So in the net is Stratton LeMay. He's a junior.
And we are underway.
Rockets with the opening kick. Of course, the sun no longer a factor here in the second half, so that was tough for the Warriors on the coin toss in the first half to play defense in the sun. But
now, Dave, is this Warriors team usually a second half team?
You know, they are. They were big the last couple of games, specifically Tuesday. 5 of the 7 goals came in the second half. So, you know, it's always one of those. I'm not sure what coach said to him at halftime, but it's productive. Nonetheless.
I know you never want to depend on being a second-half team, but it sure is nice when you can close out those last 40 minutes.
Exactly.
Sometimes stronger than the first 40.
And I would say, I mean, I've watched a lot of these boys' games being the PA guy for the last several years, and they do a fair amount of scoring in the second half for whatever reason.
I think part of that is they get into a little bit more of a rhythm. They've figured out some of the weaknesses of their opponents.
Certainly. Certainly not nerves, because Eric does a great job of bringing younger guys up, getting them some minutes. So it's not like he's gonna, you know, he's gonna graduate a dozen guys this year again.
Yeah, this group doesn't get rattled. They've, especially at starting 11, they've seen enough varsity minutes that it doesn't. The pressure, I don't think, really gets to them. They just go out and they play.
Yeah, it's as easy as that. And these guys have been playing a long time.
Again, tactically, it looks like the Rockets are committing a couple additional players forward into the attack. They're only keeping 3 back right now.
And they're not very far back.
No, they're not. They're pushing nice and high up the field. They're still going after their first win. So,
Gunnar Nixon off the races on the far side, drops it back in. Oh!
And that's the risk that you run when you do commit players forward.
Right.
You expose yourself to a potential counterattack when the other team is bringing numbers forward. Early substitution coming on for the Rockets.
Daniel English back in to get back on defense. Looks like they're moving Timmy Diana back up. Timmy was the he's the one that stopped that cross the last time there on that quick counter from the Warriors. Kind of off his back heel, but nonetheless.
Interesting substitution 2.5 minutes into the half.
Yeah. They maybe caught themselves a little out of position. I think English started the game back there at center back, and that's where he is again. So. I know coach doesn't like a nice direct kick like that to go to the other team, and here we are. Rockets attacking, quick shots. Mystery player number 10.
You know, we probably should have found out who number 10 is at halftime. That would have been a good idea.
Cam Stevens with a nice ball, served it up. Rockets the other direction. That's Nate Williams.
Again, the Warriors are staying pretty disciplined, keeping numbers back behind the ball. I think the only way the Rockets are going to be able to get in is if they commit more numbers forward.
Coach Vonnegues has never really lacked from defensive effort. They've always been pretty solid on the defensive side. If they've ever had trouble in any given season, it's usually goal production. It's been a few years since they've had some, the dreaded prolific scorer, if you will.
Coaches can do a lot with a team that's willing to work hard for you.
Sure.
And defense is it's probably more about attitude and more about just the decision to make it tough for the other team than it is about skill. Not saying defending doesn't have to be skillful, but
no doubt about it.
You need a group of players back there that are just willing to do the grunt work.
Well, there's some speedy guys back there too, so that helps. You're not hiding anybody. Luke Garrison on the ball, midfield, go figure. Just loses the handle. Cook Sorensen.
You know, Dave, it's hard to tell. It looks like they're shooting from distance almost out of frustration that they can't get in on the Warriors' defense.
He kind of had that look about him when after he let it go, like that's the only thing I could do. Max Christopher smartly clearing it out. But, you know, the Rockets are right there at midfield to pound it back in, so it's been a heavy Rocket attack here in the start of the second half.
And it's been all Rockets so far.
Bruno and Sorensen. Stratton LeMay scoops it up.
Another shot from distance. Maybe these shots from distance has something to do with testing a new goalkeeper.
Maybe. The Warriors are looking a little tired here early.
It's like checking into the games. Michael Reber for the Warriors, checking in for Cameron Stevens.
Somebody go out there and ask him. All proceeds benefit the arts organization for Mariemont High School.
We're going to find out who number 10 is.
Tyler Lundeberg checks in for Josh McClory.
Look at Bobby work, some magic. Finds Mathis on the outside. Nice touch.
He wants that ball back.
Looks like that's going to be off the Rockets. Going to stay white.
Warriors are dangerous with their corner kicks. Let's see if they can get on the other end of this one.
Looks like Garrison setting it up. He's been solid. He's served them all up in there all night long. We just haven't been able to connect.
You've got some height with You got some height going in on the ball with Lundeberg and Bales. And, of course, Jack Mathis. Jack's always trying to get on the other end of it.
So our mystery man is not number 3, Sean McHale, but number 10, Sean McHale. So now number 10 has a name. He's been playing pretty well. Max Christopher battling Grant Murray. Taylor with a quick throw.
And sometimes that's all you want from your backs, is to just stop the other team from coming forward to get your to give your team a chance to get numbers back. I think that's what Max Christopher was doing just then.
Bales looks a little frustrated on the far side with that call. Bruno with a nice throw. I still don't feel like, even though 0-0 with 30 to play, that this is going to be a 1-0 game. I really feel like there's more in it than that. Max Christopher working with Mathis. Oh, Jack Mathis, nice touch. The throw-in has changed a ton. It's kind of like the NBA dribble. Rarely called a double dribble or a bad throw-in, although we did see one nonetheless.
I'll tell you, one of the things that drives coaches nuts is when players continually play that ball or that throw-in down the sideline. When you've got one of your playmakers in the middle of the park with about 20 yards around him with nothing to have to deal with. We would love for our players to look for that playmaker in the middle of the field a little bit more often.
Well, and at this level, these guys can all get it there, too. Nicely headed out by McHale. Bales working on Diana on the far side.
I would have liked to have seen Diana just kind of hold up his run, not try to push forward quite so quickly so he can get some help. He's got to just hold on to that ball a little bit so he can get some numbers into the attack.
I feel like the Warriors are doing just a little bit of that as well. There's your down the sideline pass.
Right down the sideline. We usually tell our players find head or feet on those throw-ins.
Zane Bartle off to the races. LeMay quickly off his line to clear it out. Garrison, whoa. Captain Jack Mathis having a word, and Mr. Official having none of it. That whistle's actually going to be on Luke Garrison from his bumping and running a little earlier.
He was a little late in making the call because I think he wanted to give the Rockets the advantage if he could.
So Lundeberg got run over. Cook Hutchison all over this ball, sends it. Uh-oh. It's hard to see who was in charge back there on that play. That was a nice ball.
Not sure Coach Vonnick saw as many Warriors challenging for that ball coming over the top as he would have liked.
Right. Not sure what's
A little bit of confusion out on the field.
Phelan working on Grant Murray on the far side. Ball stays white. In for the Warriors, number 4, that's Josh McClory. Luke Garrison takes a break.
Well-deserved break. Luke's been working hard all night long. And that's DeNurl's world right there. When he can turn and go at that last defender.
Yeah. He's got a motor and some unbelievably quick feet. I mean, it just goes and goes. Lindenberg with some nice footwork on the far side, off the Rockets. Here's your throw inside. Branzer. Oh, guys, come on.
Dave, how many of these boys play a relatively high-level club ball in the offseason?
Let me look on the field here. I'm going to tell you, I know Mathis does. I know DeNurl does. Nixon has. Bales has. McClory has. Reber has. You know, probably if you looked at the squad as a whole, easily half of them.
That is such a help when you're trying to play a high-level high school ball. Right. You've got those high school players that.
Branzer draws the foul in the box.
Officials pointing to the spot, having no arguments. We'll have to watch that one again. Looks like the replay.
Yeah,
looks
Branzer.
Like he got Branzer from behind.
He did.
Looks like DeNurl's going to take the ball and step up to the spot.
Quick look down here on the sidelines. Vonnegs has the entire bench up, warming up.
You know, when you think about the psyche of a penalty kick, so many players step up to that spot to just not miss.
Right.
What a coach wants is a player that's going to step up to that spot and put it in the back of the net.
Attack it.
Kick it, Bobby!
Saw plenty of PKs, if you will, shootouts in the Olympics this year.
Yes, we did.
Well, there you have it.
And that is
over the top.
That is not what you want.
That is not. That's a huge momentum swing for the Rockets.
Well,
some substitutions for the Rockets, numbers 6 and 19. That's Rivard and Grodhaus back in. For the Warriors, looks like Stutenroth and Wilder. Jack Wilder, who played in the net the first half, is going to wear number 20 on the field.
I think he tallied his first goal the other night against
he did.
Against the Yellow Jackets.
That's correct.
This is going to be a good chance for the Warriors to regroup and give them that much more fire in their bellies to create some chances.
Let's hope the exact opposite doesn't happen here, being the Rockets are going to be extra stoked after that.
I think that's one thing that a coach watches. How is your team going to respond to a little bit of adversity?
Look at Bobby go. Oh,
DeNuro wants that back. This is his world right here.
Woo! Challenged. Alec Taylor came in to save the day. Otherwise, DeNuro was taking that thing downtown.
I think we saw a little bit more intensity out of Bobby on that one. That was redemption hustle right there.
These goal kicks have not been huge thus far, so the Warriors are still packed in tight inside the attacking half. Once again, oh, Mr. Official, that's a nice play. Getting a little sloppy a little early. Quick kick. Grant Murray's got wheels for the Rockets on the far side, number 4.
Warriors are having a little bit of trouble clearing this out of the box.
They are indeed failing right there.
Again, that's
Smart.
where sometimes you need someone to just end it and get it out.
Wilder stays in. Ball stays with White. Wilder, nice hustle on the far side. You can't really get a snack when you're doing this job, can you?
No, you can't.
When you're doing public address, you can sneak one in from time to time. Soren Hutchinson about to go back in for the Rockets. He has not had many minutes on the sideline. That kid has been working hard tonight, roaming the middle of the field.
This Rocket squad's fun to watch. It's not always pretty, but they've been pretty effective, disrupting what the Warriors have been trying to do. And as you said, the second half, the last 20 minutes, it's been a lot of Rockets.
A lot of Rockets. I feel like one goal either way kind of open up the floodgates, don't you?
I do. I do. It looks like both teams are itching to get in. As we said, the McNicholas is still looking for their first win on the season.
Yeah, but the way they're playing, they've clearly had a tough schedule because it's not like they don't have any wins for lack of talent. These guys are a pretty good team.
When you're preparing to play in the GCL, whether it's the GCL or the co-ed division,
right?
You got to be ready to go out there every night and just flat out ball. Jacob Crabtree's getting ready to check in for the Warriors.
Quick whistle, ball goes White. Max Christopher sets up the kick. So halfway through the second half, a bit more activity the Warrior way here after that penalty kick. Not sure what we're waiting on.
Officials are waiting for they're asking for the clock to be stopped.
For something.
Maybe one of the players has a little bit of blood.
Could be. Indeed, that is the case.
Trainer on site, Jeremy Sipes.
That's Alec Taylor, who's going to have to get bandaged up probably after he went after that save on Bobby a couple minutes ago.
Oh yeah, it's his knee.
He laid his body out pretty good on that play.
That is that's a pretty bloody knee that he's got right there.
Looks like he's got two of them. Yikes.
It's been a pretty quiet night for the Mariemont trainer, Jeremy Sipes. It's about time he earned his keep.
Quick scrum, Christopher with a clear. Here comes Bobby. Well, the fans are expressing their concerns as usual.
Looks like offside was the call.
Nate Williams lobbed it in there. That was a beautiful kick.
Here go the Warriors on the counter.
Quick throw from Max Christopher down. No. Mr. Fisher does not like how far he ran up for the throw. It's a great rec soccer move, but sometimes it doesn't work.
Again, that's where we would like to see the throw-ins go right to the middle
To the
of
middle
the
of the
field. You got Phelan camped out right at midfield with nothing within 30 yards of him.
No, he's wide open. Denero drops it in. Oh, Jimmy Diana coming back from that midfield spot.
Nice play by the Rocket defender.
Phelan's still out there with absolutely no friends. Still no friends. Now he's dropping back.
Denero's got to play that ball a little bit quicker if he's going to have a triple team working.
He's drawing a
against
crowd,
him.
right.
Great work by Crabtree to earn that corner.
Yeah, that's good hustle. The Rockets aren't happy about that. Some substitutions. Taylor back in for the Rockets. Looks like you got Mathis, Garrison, Nixon, and Branzer. Here comes some wheels. Coming out, Stutenroth, Lundenberg, Crabtree.
And Wilder.
Great minutes from those guys.
Ball's being served up by Denero.
Didn't see what that whistle was for. But we're stopping the clock. Somebody is getting a card.
I'm going to say Gunnar Nixon had something to say to the official that the official did not like.
Oh, Gunnar.
Connor
The sophomore,
Ridge.
yeah, Connor Ridge. Zane Bartle back in.
It's usually Coach Vonix that has something to say to the officials.
Coach has been pretty mild-mannered so far this year.
Yes, he has. This is one of those coachable moments you were talking about earlier.
Correct. Usually conversation draws a different color if you're not careful. And I'm not sure why he's talking to Josh.
A little extracurriculars going on at midfield, maybe.
Could be. Both teams want it. And you start to fight a little more for the ball.
Well, that's what you would expect with 16 to play in a 0-0 deadlock.
You're going to start to get more aggressive. Players are a little more tired. Tend to get a little sloppy. Phelan working the corner. That's tight. Uh-oh. Okay, goal kick. Oh, no, that's a corner.
Vonix would have liked to see LeMay err on the side of caution on that.
Just pick it up. Just out past the reach of Bobby on that clear. Uh-oh. Woo!
Dangerous ball played in over the top.
Sean McHale, Mr. number 10. That caught our defense not quite paying attention. Stratton was on the right side, but he was going one way and that ball was going the other. Oh, Andrew. Look at Luke in the middle, guys. Look at Luke in the middle without any friends. Oh, Gunnar Nixon coming back on. Good job, Connor Ridge.
Sometimes you need just 2 or 3 minutes out of a player every now and then just to
settle him down.
Settle him down.
Offsides. Offsides. We don't get to see that.
Love to see a good camera angle on that one. That's it's one of the few calls tonight I think I might disagree with the official.
And you wouldn't do it out loud because that's not how you operate.
Certainly wouldn't do it on air.
Not if I was on the sidelines. Well, I mean, so far in this match, it's not like you've made a ton of mistakes one way or the other, either team. It's just the shots have been okay. They've had a fair amount of activity. The goalkeeper play's been decent on both ends, and we're still 0-0.
And both teams defensively, they've just done enough to disrupt what the other team's trying to do.
Just buttoned down. Whoa. Offsides called on this near side.
Again, man marking needs to be tightened up a little bit better than that.
Yeah, that was
a few too many close calls that the Warriors are letting in.
Stratton was right there. He was up for the call, but nonetheless, there's no reason to test your keeper from short distance. Ben Phelan trading some paint on the far side, gets away with it.
Phelan's been busy over on that right side of the field.
Yeah. I don't know for sure because I'm not tracking minutes, but I think he and Bales are probably the only two who haven't been out yet.
You might be right. Yeah, I think it's a testament to the importance of fitness that Coach Vonix puts on his players.
Mm-hmm. Easy. Good hustle from the Rockets to push that. Linesman wants a call. I think he wants a handball, but it's not going to happen. He waves him off. Oh, Jack's trying to get loose. Oh, Branzer right there.
It's a nice strike by Andrew Branzer. Never know what's going to happen on those first-time volleys. But you love when you see your players take them.
Evan Bruno back in for the Rockets, number 23. He's a freshman midfielder, and he has seen a lot of minutes tonight, Bruno has.
And again, you, as a coach, you love when freshmen can rise up and play against the big boys. Play with the big boys.
It's kind of a surprise player when you're looking at the roster at the beginning of the year. You think, whoa, I got a freshman in here.
And something you never expect during the tryout process. You're always pleasantly surprised when they do.
Especially when they're, it's one thing to be good enough to be on the team. It's another thing to be able to put in some quality minutes.
Absolutely.
Zane Bartle gets away with one on the far side. Quick shot.
The Rockets had numbers.
They did indeed.
They were looking at a 5v4 against the Warrior defense.
Gunnar Nixon fed by Bobby.
Now the Warriors have numbers going up against the Rockets defense.
Bobby DeNiro gets off a shot.
Earns another corner.
Guess who was there defending? Mr. English.
He's had a heck of a night.
Clearly must have been a snafu at the start of the first half when he was not in. Whoa, quick shot. Oh, Mathis.
Another one I think he would like to have back.
Mm-hmm. Just off the mark. Looks like Timmy Diana back in for the Rockets, number 2.
You know, that's something coaches just can't coach enough, is the proper striking for these guys when you're in close. The importance of striking down on the ball, hitting the top half of the ball. It sounds simple.
Did you have to keep your head down?
Absolutely. Like I said, it sounds simple, but when you're out there going 100 miles an hour, it's a little more difficult.
Yeah.
We've seen that same thing happen. As frustrated as Mathis wants to be, we've seen the same thing happen at the highest levels of the game.
Mathis has really grown into a nice striker / outside midfielder from the standpoint. He was playing some defense early on for Coach Vonnegs, and Reber turning and playing some defense, helped out by Max Christopher.
Great recovery by Christopher.
Nice clear by Phelan. No call. The Rocket fans would have liked that. Here comes Mathis. Gets around 1 and 2. Can't get around Cook Hutchinson.
The Warriors going to have to drop back and get reorganized again.
Just inside 8 minutes to play, still 0-0. Coach Salmon's gone to the bench just a little bit more often here in the second half with his squad.
It's paying off. They're seeing a lot more opportunities this half than they did in the first.
Yeah, they really are. I don't know if it'll show in the stat book or not, but you watch the game and you can definitely tell the Rockets, they've been the stronger second half team tonight.
I agree. They've moved the ball around better. They've had a few more chances, I think, than the Warriors have been able to put together. And like I said, they keep committing numbers forward, and I think that's where they were falling short in the first half.
Oh, boy. There you have it.
And that's what committing numbers forward gets you.
It's number 13, Zane Bartle.
Just under 7 minutes.
Warriors are going to go down 1. Zane Bartle, number 13. I'm not sure if there's going to be an assist on that.
That'd be a tough one to give an assist to. That was a hustle goal, cleaning up a deflection off the goalkeeper.
Garbage, maybe?
It was garbage. It was a nice initial save by LeMay. But again, commit enough numbers forward and you get that attitude in the box.
Bartle was at the right place at the right time.
And that's what you want. You want to be there to clean up any of those chances and pounce on any mistakes the other team makes. Good hustle goal by the Rockets.
And here he comes again.
He wants another one. They're not happy with a 1-0 lead.
Well, and this is the classic game that Eric is always worried about with, dare say, the lack of scoring.
Well, if nothing else, it's given him some training ideas as he
Yes.
gets his boys prepared to play Indian Hill Tuesday night.
And that game's on the road. The ladies play Indian Hill at home on Wednesday?
Wednesday night. Lady Braves come down to this field, Kusel Stadium. On the girls' side, Indian Hill is widely considered to be the team to beat in Division II.
Okay. I'm sure your ladies are up for the task.
They always are. As
It's Indian Hill.
You never have to worry about the girls getting amped up to play that game.
No. Well, and the same on the boys' side. I've watched it for years, and I got to tell you, Dare I say that venue in Indian Hill is one of my favorites to go.
Absolutely.
It's a great spot.
It's a great venue. When you have these rivalries with neighboring communities, just the crowds come out in droves, and that
the kids come out, and it's
the electricity that creates for the players. It's indescribable.
Right. There's a nice Labor Day weekend crowd here. It's like you said, a beautiful night for soccer. It's oh boy, there we go. Let's get that out. It's cleared, but not all the way out. That's Taylor, got his knees bandaged up, looking to make a move inside the 18. Brands with a nice touch. There's Jack Mathis showing that speed. Yeah. If he can catch up to that. Oh. Big surprise, Daniel English on that defensive play up top.
It's been him all night long.
He and Taylor, number 17, the two of them, have been money in the backfield. Nice through ball. Phelan's right there. Knocks it down, sends it the other way. Or Nixon with a nice fancy move. Plays it in.
With 4 minutes left to play, I think you're probably going to see the Warriors pushing forward a little bit more. Getting numbers forward, maybe with their outside backs.
No reason not to at this point.
And I think you're probably going to see McNicholas probably being a little bit more disciplined about getting numbers back.
Yeah, they're definitely going to want to pack it in a little bit.
You want to hold on to a 1-0 lead with under 4 minutes to play.
Jack needs to take that whistle and walk away. He unfortunately handled the young man. Let's see it on the replay. Here it comes. Yeah. Jack. Come on.
Another good call by
it's a great call.
The officiating crew.
I've known Jack for a long time. He's been a neighbor since, practically since he was born. So, all right, here we go.
Mariemont has just not been able to connect the dots this half.
No, they haven't.
They're not out of it yet.
Nope.
Seen many, many games decided in the last 3 minutes.
The JV game right before this.
There you go.
Goal inside, I think, a minute or so. It was right at the tail end of the game.
JV squad had ended. They ended in a 1-1 draw.
That's correct. McNick scoring late for the tie.
We're going to see a little gamesmanship by the Rockets on this one. They're going to take their time with throw-ins and
some substitutions.
This might be about the time they try to just take the ball to the corner and just hold on to it, kill some time. They don't need to.
They don't have to do anything fancy here.
No, they don't need to serve balls into the box anymore.
Grant Murray back on the field for the Rockets. He's played a lot of minutes tonight as well. Looks like Bartle on a throw.
Yeah, the Rockets made this throw in last about 30 seconds.
Yeah, they did.
That drives you nuts if you're the coach that's down a goal.
The Brands are roaming solo up top. Needs some help.
He's got to hold on to that ball until help comes. Got to wait for the cavalry on those.
So we're almost at about a minute 30.
I think that's what the Rockets are doing. They're just looking to try to play balls deep into the corner and keep Mariemont from sniffing their goal.
Mm-hmm. Mathis not going to slow down.
Mariemont's got to commit some numbers forward right now. Just over a minute to play.
DeNoe gets the whistle.
Dangerous area of the field to give up a free kick if you're McNicholas. Mariemont's going to send all 10. LeMay's coming all the way up to midfield. They're not worried about
1-0, 2-0. Who cares?
Doesn't matter. They're committing all 10 into the box.
And the clock is running as he counts these 10 yards off.
The officials called for the clock to stop.
Oh, he did. Okay, there we go. That's a heads-up move. He's called a pretty tight game for all practical purposes, so not a surprise move.
And like I said before, it is one of the better crews in Cincinnati. No surprise.
The clock is running, Bobby. He serves it in. Guess what? Nick Keith right there. He really hasn't had a huge second half. The Warriors have not pressed him entirely hard, but 20 seconds to play.
Warriors might have one last stab at this. Yeah, but again,
Rockets trying to get a substitution, stops the clock.
Again, a little gamesmanship is going to cost him a yellow card. He can act surprised, but he knows exactly what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's coaching 101 right there.
There's no reason to even have a conversation with him.
No.
Just walk off the field. Don't do anything silly here with 12 seconds left on a 1-point lead. So Nate's a junior who just came off Nate Williams. He'll
Well, he's up at the line to be checked back in, but they're not going to.
at 12 seconds, I doubt he gets the opportunity.
They're not going to bring a sub on with 12 seconds to go.
Because this clock's going to get fired up, and
Usually under a minute, referees aren't going to allow substitutions.
Adams been on top of it all night. Not a surprise. Explain to the coach what happened. Here we go. That's going to do it here at Cruiser Stadium. Warriors, after a big win on Tuesday against the Yellow Jackets, are going to fall 1-0 here against the visiting Rockets from McNick. McNick's first win of the year. Hard-fought battle.
Sometimes the coach doesn't mind getting punched in the mouth every now and then. If Coach Vonix can use that to fire his boys up to go at Indian Hill on Tuesday, I think they're going to come out of this just fine.
I would agree, and it's not going to kill him in the CHL. It's a non-conference game, and
early enough in the season, it's not going to have any effect on tournament draw.
They can rebound and figure a way to get that scoring machine rolling again.
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Otherwise, excellent game, and